Hi guys, it's Richard McMunn here from the career advisory company howtobecome.com, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to pass the train driver interview, and I'm going to give you some really important tips that are going to help you prepare, then also give you a question and a sample response to the question. So make sure you've got a pen and some paper with you and take notes of the hints and tips that we're going to get straight into. Now, during this video, and watch it from beginning to end, I'm going to tell you how you can get hold of the actual interview questions and answers blueprint for successfully beating the competition and passing the train driver interview. So make sure you stick around. Like I say, watch it from beginning to end. Also, please, I'd really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and also give it a thumbs up. And if you would like me to do any other kind of interview question videos like this one for a particular question, and you want me to give you the answer to it, then stick it in the comments box below, please, and that will motivate me to do some more videos. Okay, so first of all, before I come on to a sample question and answer, let me give you 3 very important tips for passing the train driver interview, and I think these are fundamental to your success. Tip number 1, make sure you study the job description and the person specification for becoming a train driver, and then use keywords and phrases from those 2 documents in your answers to the interview questions, because I'll guarantee it, the people who are interviewing you will have the job description and the person spec in front of them. So, for example, in the job description, it's going to state that you're required to concentrate for long periods of time, something like that. Therefore, when you respond to the interview question, why do you want to be a train driver, make sure you tell the panel you have the ability to concentrate for long periods of time, and then back it up with evidence. What I mean by that is it's all well and good anybody saying, yeah, you know, I can be a train driver and I can concentrate for long periods of time. Anybody can say that. But if you actually back it up with evidence where you say, in a previous job, I was doing this task and I was required to concentrate for long periods of time. This is what I did to do that. That's providing evidence. And it means then that the panel are going to look at you and think, yeah, you're the kind of person who's already done this kind of work before. Therefore, you've got a better chance of passing. Tip number 2, make sure you carry out a mock interview. Now, the majority of people who go to interviews, and this will be the same for the people that you're up against and competing with at the train driver interview, won't have carried out a mock interview. Now, I think that's crazy, because it's like if we go to take a driving test, if you remember taking your driving test, then you would have practiced, you know, the things that you would have had to do during the test, in the build-up, in the lessons, you would have practiced. So it's the same with the interview. Why not sit down and get someone to interview you? The kind of questions that I'm going to give you during this and other videos on my channel. Practice them. Get people to fire the questions and say, why do you want to be a train driver? Practice responding to it, okay? And it will really help you. So make sure you carry out a mock interview before the real interview takes place, and get someone to sit down and ask you the interview question in this video and also the others on the channel, CareerVidz.com. Like I say, when I give you that link to download the blueprint, you can actually get all of the questions that you're likely to be asked, and you can practice them. So, you know, you're increasing your chances of success. And then finally, number 3, trust me, it's all about the evidence at the interview. Okay, having evidence. If you don't have evidence for like a situation when you've worked under pressure, go out and get the evidence. What you don't want to do is respond to the questions in a generic way. What I mean by that is, it's easy to say, yeah, you know, I can work under pressure and I can be relied upon, but that will get you 0 marks. You have to actually give evidence in your responses. So the only way you're going to pass a train driver interview is to give evidence during the responses to the questions. If you don't have any evidence, get out there and get some, okay? Really important. Let's have a look at first interview question. Real common one. I can almost guarantee you'll get asked this question in this format or another. So why do you want to become a train driver? Now, this question on paper seems really easy to answer, but it's not. Most people are going to talk about in their response about how they've wanted to do this job since they were at school, and they think they would be good at driving trains. Yawn, yawn, yawn. This isn't going to get you any marks at all, in my opinion. Okay, so my advice when preparing your answer for this question is to follow these areas. Okay, what's attracted you to the role? And be genuine about this. Remember, it's a safety critical role, so it's really important that the train operating company get the right people for it. Okay, so what's attracted to you to the role? You need to also understand what the role is about. It's not just about driving trains, you know, it's about being safety critical, being able to work under pressure. Also being customer focused, being able to deliver messages over the tannoy if required, keeping calm at all times. So what's attracted you to the role? And I encourage you to think about this carefully. What you have learnt about the role. Okay, so what you and I might think the role involves might not necessarily be the case. Okay, what do we know about the training? What do we know about the role? What do we know about the operating company? So you need to do lots of research before you answer this question. Now, what skills specifically and qualities and attributes do you have already that are going to help? Now, even though the age that someone can become a train driver is quite young, the number of people who successfully pass the process at a very young age is limited. Okay, they tend to want people who have a little bit more life experience, skills, qualities, and attributes. So if you have those, make sure you show them off and tell them about it. So how are you going to be an asset to the train operating company you're applying to join? So how are you going to be different from the next person who's being interviewed? Can you be relied upon? Are you mature? Can you back it up with evidence? So the evidence you have that backs up your claims. Now, you are going to be asked questions about, when you've worked in a highly pressurized situation, whenever you had to deliver a difficult message, and that would be your chance then to provide evidence that you back up your claims that you can do this job. Okay, but you can make reference to this in your response to the question, why do you want to become a train driver? So let's have a quick look at a sample response, and don't forget, take notes. Why do you want to become a train driver? So I would say, before applying to become a train driver, I decided it would be a wise move to study the role and the different qualities and attributes required to carry out the job safely and competently. Now, although I have wanted to become a train driver for a long period of time, I felt it was really important that I assess whether or not I had the skills, experience, and potential first before going through the process. Now, after studying the role, I soon realised that I already have many of the qualities and attributes required. The job of a train driver requires many skills, including an ability to operate safely at all times, being able to follow rules and procedures, being totally customer focused, flexible, being able to communicate clearly, and also being able to remain calm in highly pressurized and critical situations, to name just a few. I believe I have all of these skills, and more importantly, the evidence to back them up. I believe the skills and attributes that I have gained so far in my career will stand me in good stead as a trainee train driver. I totally understand and appreciate that you, the train operating company, will be investing lots of time, energy, and money into my training, and I am determined, if successful at interview, to not let you down. I am a mature, experienced, and reliable team player who can be relied upon to perform at the highest standards possible at all times, regardless of the situation I am placed in. So that's the kind of thing, and I would say, in response to that question, it's to the point, it's direct, it shows a level of maturity, and also that I've studied the role, so I would practice that in a mock interview. And like I say, later on in the other questions at the interview, you will be able to give evidence of where you meet all of the qualities and the attributes required to carry out the role. So I mentioned about this interview questions and answers blueprint. So if you want to pass the train driver selection process, the interview in particular, then click the link below this video right now, and it will take you through to a page where you can get the blueprint for passing the interview. So I'm going to give you all of the interview questions that you're likely to get asked at a trainee train driver interview, both the structured and managers interviews, and I'll give you the sample responses like this one that I would suggest you concentrate on when responding to them. Don't forget, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button below this video, because that will motivate me to do more for you, and also put your comments below if you want me to do a specific video for you, and click the link below the video to go to the website to get access to that blueprint. Good luck, guys, and thank you very much for watching.